Welcome to the Honey Soul Child Bottega YouTube channel, where we explore the hidden realms of the soul, harness the power of energy shifts, and embark on a profound healing journey beyond religious beliefs. Channel are intended for entertainment purposes only, as the future is not set in stone. We encourage you to use the messages as guidance, taking what resonates and leaving what does not. Remember, your interpretation matters most, and you have the power to shape your own destiny. So rising everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am your Chakra priestess here to do a reading for Kekepalmer and her ex-boyfriend, child's father, Darius. All right. A lot has been revealed for the past 24 hours, so I definitely want to see what's up, what is going on between the two, and let's figure out what this is going to be about. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, this is Keke's cards. This is Darius cards. I pre-shuffled them because I want to do a lot more explaining. Even though I do that already, but you know how things go. So these are Keke's cards, these are Darius cards, and then this is the chakra analysis portion whenever we get to that. And I'm only doing it for the lower chakras plus the heart. And this is the bottom of the deck card. So this is heart, sacral, solar plexus, and then heart. Okay, did I say heart twice? This is the root if I said heart. Over here, it's really over here. Okay, all right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the first things first, Keke's card, far as like overall state of being, we got mystic here, and it says light attribute, revel in intimate union with divine, and the shadow attribute, delusional, raptured with divine. So this is given like third eye, crown chakra tease, just by the color of the card, more so of third eye, because it's giving that deep hue of the purple spectrum, like that indigo. And then at the bottom of the deck we have God, and the light attribute is benevolence and compassion, recognizing the external force within yourself and others. The shadow attributes is despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Okay, so it seems like she is, gathering the strength during this critical time that has unraveled within the course of possibly 2 years, from what I have read so far in the articles. I only read bits and pieces, okay? And then for Darius cards, we have shapeshifter, ironically, and it says skilled at navigating through difficult levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. The shadow attribute is projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. And then at the bottom we have exorcist, which is the light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And then the shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. So with him is more, he's like a shapeshifter, and has difficulty facing his inner demons. Okay, and then as far as like clarifying cards for Keke, we have throwing a little something I threw together. So there's a sense of accomplished triumph, self-esteem, confidence, accolades, as she continues to build her foundation, because the cake is 4 layers. The strawberry cake is 4 layers, and I associate the strawberries. I'm about to say strawberries. Okay, yeah. So I associate the strawberries with agreements, because I have another deck, the Green Witch Oracle, that associates strawberry with agreements. So it may be some form of agreements that has came to fruition, or experience accomplishments through some agreements during a period of time. And then this cake here, there's 4 layers, and then 4 represents foundation structure. All right. Even though we have the number 8 here that represents success with money, recognition, and I also associate the number 8 with the strength card as well. Then we have stumping grounds at the bottom of the deck, like origin, nostalgia, memories, tradition, tribute, visiting past connections. So, okay, there's a sense of revisiting the past, or paying tribute to the past, on an emotional standpoint, on that way. Okay. Or it could be affecting this or this particular scenario is affecting her emotionally, maybe triggering some childhood trauma to a certain degree. And I believe they met, like, I wouldn't say like young, but young enough to, because they're still young, right? But otherwise, far as like the cards of hidden blockages and shadow attributes, tarot dependency came out for Keke. Tarot dependency is taken away from your ability to make your own choices. So she needs to exercise free will. I don't know if she is, embarking on the esoteric realm and getting readings here, there, and everywhere. But if she's getting a lot of them, she may need to fall back and just allow herself to exercise that free will. That way she can have a sense of making her own decisions in worst case scenarios, so to speak. Okay. But however, tarot can help you evaluate different options or paths to take, but in the end, it's up to you and not the cards. You must go through the journey and trust your own inner voice or guidance so you can learn. And that's definitely why this Mystic card came out here, because it sheds a little bit of light on that, as well as ignoring little details. So ignoring little details that can make a major difference. So she needs to appreciate the details and use the small stuff to her advantage while everyone else ignores it, because the small stuff, whether they're hidden or extra, or the extra steps, that will separate her from the rest and get her ahead in the future. And then far as like shadow attributes, we had combative shadow, likes to fight or argue, as well as argumentative, aggressive, antagonistic. However, with anger and aggressive behavior, it can create combative environment. So she doesn't need to add fuel to the fire. Now, the card that was at the bottom for Keke, it had, regarding to the shadow attribute, the needy card did come out for her, or was present. Like the needy shadow require constant attention and support, clingy, dependent, smothering. So she needs to be able to practice self-reliance and build herself up from within so she can take responsibility for her own happiness. Okay, so there may have been a period of time where she was in or was put into a position where it became a little codependent, so to speak. So yeah. And then for Darius, we have the cards coming out clarifying his cards. We have Aren't You Precious? So there are some changings going around him, possibly with definitely within intimate relationships, not only with Keke Palmer, but I always ask the question when it comes to like when people have a hard time being in relationships or being committed in relationships, or just in general. Whenever people seek advice, I always ask the question, you know, how's their faith? And no matter whether they're atheists or they're religious or they're spiritual or not, just some form of faith that allows them to have a sense of divine devotion, so to speak. And then also I will ask the question, how are the relationships between the person and their parents? Because their parents is basically their first true love. You know, you learn, you begin to learn to love people, but based on how your relationship is with your parents. So unless you had a toxic or a not healthy relationship with your parents, it can seep through the relationships that you encounter with anybody, whether they're platonic or romantic wise. So so with this particular card, he's experiencing some changes, suffering full, poking fun, reading between the lines. There's a sense of displeasure at this time. And then also we got holla. So he's holding back on some form it seems like he's ready to burst, so to speak, but he's like holding it in with this frog being present. And you know how frogs are, you know, they hold in and then they make their noise. So with this Holland card, is talking about communication, honesty, courage, sharing, revelation, surprise news, text, and phone call. Okay, so, and it seems like he's hanging on by a thread with the frog stance in this picture. So not only he's like he's holding on, and he's holding back on whatever he got to say. So say what you mean to say, Darius. Let's go. Let's get it. And then we have, as far as like the hidden blockages or shadow aspects, the hidden blockage, the lack of self-discipline card came out. So it's talking about can't achieve success if you can't control yourself or make yourself work hard. And then he needs to have more discipline. So with discipline and self-control, you can accomplish more and only entertain behaviors and activities that align with your values or goal. So he needs to make some steps to get more self-discipline. And I don't know if he's working or not, but he needs to do something. Okay, especially with the chain of events that is unfolding before our eyes. All right. And then we have obsessive shadow that came out for him, as far as like shadow aspects, with the imprisonment of the mind, consumed with the topic, idea, or person. And he needs to redirect his focus and retrain his mind to loosen up and not get pulled into the vortex of his thoughts. So it seems like there's a sense of overthinking, and to where it leads to a sense of obsessiveness. And it may be regarding to like his safety, his security, and his foundation, because this person does have like red accents to her, like her nails, lips, eyes, and neck. All right. Okay, so before I get into the analysis, we're gonna get what's the tea and some hidden truths. All right. So let me make sure I shuffle these. We got child services and idol at the bottom. Okay, so what's the tea regarding to Keke, Palmer, and Darius? Ooh, already, look at that. Stalker. stalking, watching, obsessing. Obviously it's him. It's a male. Probably he probably been looking in her windows, possibly. And again, there go that obsess. All right. Let's see what else. Oh goodness, jeez. Okay, we got caught a case with sexual infection, a disease, a rash. I don't know what that's about. We also got a drama starter. We also got screenshots, getting evidence, proofs, and facts. And then we got legal issues, court, judges, immigration, lawyers, etc. All right, let's see what's going on at the top. Confused, this way, that way. So there is a sense of confusion. And then at the bottom we got dirty offer. And this, and it may have been regard to love, since the rose represents like on the love aspect. So there may have been a dirty offer, okay, on the love spectrum. He's offering love, but it has some hidden motives behind it, okay? Now, as far as hidden truths, let's get some cards on that. Okay, so hidden truths. What could be some hidden truth? But okay, what could be some hidden truths between Keke and Darius? Okay, we got him, and we got lies. Okay, so he's lying because them two cards came out together. What else? Ladies man player. Okay. What else? Dating. Is he dating someone else? Look on the low. Is he dating someone else on the low? Let's see. I got 3, 4. Let's get one more card. Oh, here we go. Codependency. All right. Now at the top we got organic growth. At the bottom we got financially strapped. And then as far as like my blank card is here. We got high vibrational, and then fantasy seduction. I don't know what that's about, but okay. It may have seemed okay, it may have seemed as if it was high vibrational. Okay, but all right, got it. So it seems like they were dating, and it was organic growth, possibly at the beginning. However, there was a sense of codependency, fantasy and seduction. It may have seemed high vibrational in the beginning, and then financially strapped. Securing the bag. Is that what I'm? That's the first thought that came into mind. Securing the bag. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the analysis portion. All right, so this is the Hierophant at the root, the Queen of Swords in reverse at the sacral. 2 cards came out for the solar plexus. We got the Princess of Swords, and we have self-worth, and then we got Five of Swords at the heart, and then Three of Coins at the bottom. All right, and I'm gonna put the bottom card right here. So just based on the lower chakras region plus the heart, there is no root chakra cards. There is no solar plexus chakra cards, even though it's at the bottom. There is no crown chakra cards, and that's about it, because this is third eye. Then we have a heart and sacral, and then we have a throat chakra card in these regions. Okay, so when it comes to the safety, security, survival of the two, we have the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant, it could represent marriage, it could represent tradition, and let's see what else. The Hierophant is giving focus on the use of power, intuition, clairvoyance, spiritual guidance, ritual, hierarchy, knowledge, counselor. So seems like there was a sense of hierarchy when it came to the stability, security, and the safety of it all. And there was a lot of changes there too, because the number 5 represents like sudden changes, whether they're good or bad. So there was a lot of changes regarding to that matter, regarding to the, you know, living up to the traditional values, so to speak, marriage and all those aspects. When it the vision of it is it was a radical change, or if you want to call it that. Okay, it's very radical. Now let's clarify that. Hierophant, why is the Hierophant here? We got the Chariot card. So the Chariot, overcoming challenges, a structured plan. And okay, all right, so they were overcoming some challenges on that, and they were determined to have a structured plan to get things moving along. With the Page of Cups, we got okay, Page of Cups, it could be dealing with like a child. So yeah, it could be dealing with a child. On an emotional aspect, okay, because it's dealing with inner child sensitivity and all that other stuff. So, and then with the Moon, it at the bottom, have an uncertain path. So there's a sense of uncertainty, anxiety, hidden enemies, and all sorts of things. This is Piscean energy, so the depths of it all. So yeah, it seems like when it comes to the Hierophant card being here, the vision and the clarity of the vision of the traditional values, it was definitely some changes there for the most part. However, of course, a baby came along with it, and the path leading to an ending of something for uncertainty to start in the beginning. Okay, and it brought some sort of anxiety on how things are going to go about from then on. All right. With the Queen of Swords here and the sacral chakra region, the Queen of Swords is basically like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So with the Queen of Swords present here is dealing with the cold truth, integrity. But that's when it's in the upright. So there's a sense of bitterness on a mental standpoint regarding to intimate relationships, parenting, or how they were brought up within their childhood. So let's go ahead and explore that region. The vision of developing this relationship, it is left with some bitterness, so to speak, on a mental aspect. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. We got the Fool card coming out in reverse. So there was a sense of carelessness, lack of direction, some stupidity at the same time. Okay. With the High Priestess card, we have, this is Cancer in energy. So there is a need for Keke specifically to listen to her intuition, tap into her divine feminine energy, and possibly tap into her higher self so she can get some answers on what she's trying to seek at the moment. Then we got Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. She needs to continue to rub shoulders with the right people, collaborate, and during the period of time, during the 3-year time span, she has been rubbing shoulders with the right people. She has been collaborating. She's been reaching her goals, getting recognition. Her hard work is paying off during these times. And this may be work related on that. But with Three of Pentacles, it's definitely work related. But definitely when it comes to the Fool card being reversed, that may be a sense of carelessness or lack of direction, so to speak, on the intimate relationship portion with Mr. Darius, okay? But she does need to trust her intuition into gathering the next steps on how to move forward. That's probably why this card came out, okay? Now moving on to the solar plexus region that deals with your confidence and your power center, how you assert yourself in situations. We got the Princess of Swords here. This is a heart chakra card, okay? And with the Princess of Swords, that's dealing with studying and spying, and I'm gonna get a little bit more clarity on that, because the Princess of Swords is on the same realm of like the Page of Swords in regular tarot, but it's quite different with this particular deck. So with the Princess of Swords, it's the card of piercing truth. The princess brings truth and perhaps criticism. She's ready to defend herself after delivering her message. She will not waver from her task. Integrity must be upheld at all costs. Allowing your desire to manifest may be challenging, but it is not impossible. So the message is saying, what if it's time to discover what your mind may have kept you in an old idea of thinking that dreams were impractical. Beware that resisting of a pattern offers a cycle of repetition. What is revealed can be healed. So whatever is being revealed to her, she can be able to overcome that. And you can see this this figure in here. She's holding up her sword. She's ready to tell her truth, nothing but the truth. So help her God. And she is about to put all her heart and soul into this and persevere. The sword is a reminder that she holds the intelligence and the integrity in her hand, and be mindful to do no harm, and she needs to use her ability to pierce through old thinking, false ideas. Okay, so that definitely reverts right back to the here. the Hierophant card being present there, because Hierophant represents traditional values and all sorts of things. Traditional values, hierarchy, the list goes forward. Then we got the self-worth card here, because it's probably affecting how she stands with herself. So in order to keep her power center balanced, she needs to be able to take care of herself, experience some self-care, and speak the truth, okay? Because the Three of Cups is clarified with that. Happy times. There were happy times. On an emotional standpoint, there were some happy times. Then, okay, yeah. And then at the bottom, let's see what's at the bottom. King of Wands. All right, so what I'm getting here, so in order for her to get into balance or back into alignment within her solar plexus region, even though this reading is you know, about them, but I feel like this is more on her. There's a lot of energy relating to her in this matter, since she was the one that, you know, filed for these documents. So she needs to be able to stand on business regarding to the truth that lies within her, as well as continue to take care of herself, know her self-worth. She is worthy to deserve all the things in life, because the Three of Cups represents happy times, celebration. There may have been a little indulgence in the liquid spirits and stuff. So, but so whenever she is able to utilize both of these energies here, that will allow her to celebrate. And then with the Ace of Swords here, it will provide her some mental clarity on making the right decision and become the natural leader that she would like to be, or continue to take control of her life, and make those bold and daring decisions. Now, in the heart chakra region, we do have the Five of Swords here present. So there is some mental conflict amongst the two of them. Obviously, this picture says 1,000 words, okay? There are 3 swords here present that is still left alone. 3 of Swords represents some grief, heartbreak, a breakdown of a situation. However, he has 2 of them. He's making a decision on whether he should do whatever he needs to do. And I don't even want to put it out there on the possibilities on what he can do on a negative aspect, but he has 2 swords in his hands. So there's some decisions that he's gonna have to make, and but he needs to be logical and not emotional about it. Meanwhile, the girl in this image, even though she's present here, she's turning her back on him, and she's like, enough is enough. I had enough. Okay, so there is some hard decisions that are being made regarding to these 2. Oh gosh, that's too many. I just need a couple. I just need to. Okay, here's 2 here. So we have the 6 of Wands in reverse, and then we got the Page of Wands reverse. So laziness, a boredom, easily distracted, regarding to some inspiration. And then we have 6 of Wands as well, with failure, no reward, and lack of confidence. Now this may be him, since his card was talking about, well, his hidden blockages was talking about lack of self-discipline. So so there has been some vocalization of I don't know if that's a word, but and he has vocalized his thoughts, his conflicting thoughts about some things, but he needs to be able to discipline himself, because these cards are definitely him. Page of Wands. He needs to gain a sense of inspiration so he can flip it around and get some and be successful at it. Otherwise, it's just going to lead him to not have confidence within himself and being easily distracted. And then we have Nine of Swords at the bottom. So yeah, anxiety, being nightmares, thinking of the past, stress, all that. This could be both of them exuding this energy, because as a matter of fact, it is both of them, because we have the stomping grounds present in her spread as well. So she may have experienced anxiety and depression and stress, and thinking of the nightmare, thinking of the past, as well as possibly having nightmares. Meanwhile, on the flip side, on his end, he is keeping his own self up at night, but still having those obsessive tactics, you know, having those obsessive thoughts. And look, he is wanting to speak. He wants to speak about it. There's some form of revelation. So yeah. And then at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Coins, and the Three of Coins is just like the Three of Pentacles in regular tarot, meaning what's hidden is rubbing shoulders with the right people, and collaborating, teamwork, not working as a team. There we go, not working as a team. All right, so let's go ahead and conclude this message, because I'm already overboard. Even when I pre-shuffle the cards, it still end up close to being at the 40 mark. Damn it. All right, so far as the lessons that these two will be learning, I'm going to do the individual, and then I'm going to do both. The bottom of the deck card is going to be both, as far as like lesson learned. So what lesson is Keke learning? What lesson is Keke learning? We got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And then what about Darius? What lesson is Darius learning? Can't make this stuff up. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline. And then at the bottom of the deck, personal growth. Both of them. How can they grow from this situation? Personal growth. They both need to do this on their own. Okay. And we are in the year 7, even though we are about to come to a close of it. But spiritual growth, spiritual personal growth is needed amongst the both of them. All right. What's the tea with her family? How about that? What's the tea regarding to Keke Palmer's family? Why didn't they... What's the tea with Keke Palmer and her family? They love her. She's admired. She's respected. We got hurt ego getting in the way of relationships. And wants you back. What's at the top? Threatening, intimidating, bothered. At the bottom, boss daddy, stable, rich business owner. Let's see. Me. Okay, how does Keke's family feel about this situation between her and Darius? How does Keke Palmer's family feel about Keke Palmer and Darius? Okay, feeling trapped. So, okay, feeling trapped with the devil card. Okay, there's a sense of obsession, addiction, abuse, hopelessness. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So mature woman, social butterfly, down to earth. So this is Virgo energy here, or with Pentacles is dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this may be Keke here, since she is the one that makes the moolah. And then the Queen of Cups, supportive lover, feminine. Okay, this is also a mature individual. So this may be the mother, and this is maybe Keke. Okay, but this is the Queen of Cups energy is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So let's see what else. We got Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Two of Cups. So again, there go that Three of Swords coming out. Feeling trapped, leading towards loneliness and heartbreak, trauma and grief. The Queen of Cups energy, she is keeping her up at night. Anxiety, stress, thinking of the past. With the Two of Cups, there's a mutual respect with the Two of Cups. Let's see what else. And then the Four of Cups at the bottom. Missed opportunities, regret. See? What is that? What is that card? Stomping grounds. And then I'm also looking at this as past, present, and future type of deal. In the past, they've been feeling trapped about it, and it led to some sense of loneliness and heartbreak and grief, and probably expressed to her to, take legal matters within her hand. However, the ego probably got into that portion, but boom, there it is. Threatened. He probably been threatened in the past about it. And the ego had gotten away. In the present, this Queen of Cups energy has been suffering. Thinking of the past, stressing, being depressed. But she's encouraged to listen to her intuition regarding to this situation. Okay. And then in the future, she will still be able to make her coin and be that bring a sense of balance to her on an emotional standpoint, and new opportunities will still come her way. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. Look, she's still loved and well represented. Yeah, the ego definitely played a factor in that. Wants you back. He wants you back. Or he wants her back. But it's not, it's not good. Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm getting on that. And then the Four of Cups, over it. There's been missed opportunities. There's been regrets. But she can go in meditation mode. I don't know if she meditates, but that could be one of her avenues that she can utilize regarding to getting back into alignment and staying there while doing so. But yeah, okay, that was a little extended 1-2 for you all. Okay, now y'all can feel free to chime down in the comment section below what y'all think about this message. So be the light to you all, and always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next one.